going on, guys? We just went live. So just waiting for people to show up. I had a decent day yesterday. Wasn't the best day, wasn't the worst day. Um, I did I ended up making like $100 after everything was said and done. I joined a tournament that was it was like 18 people. It was 20 people and it ran short by 2 people, and the winner got a $5,300 like entrance ticket to the football, $5,000 millionaire contest, and I came in second. So second got $100 back of the $300 that it cost to get into it, but I was right there for first. It would have been nice to take that ticket and possibly have a shot before the end of the year to or before the end of their taking tournament, entrance still to that. It would have been nice to have gotten a shot at getting into that for $5 million in L.A., San Diego, wherever it is now. So what's going on, boys? It's really hot in my room right now, guys. I'm gonna cool myself down. Ah, nothing like a little spritz. Ooh, I've got this massive TV in my room, guys. If you can see it, I could turn it around. So I've got this enormous TV in this like little room, and it throws off very much heat, a lot of heat. So that's what's going on. That's why it's so friggin' hot here all the time. But it's especially hot today. Here we go. I see people watching. I don't see people commenting. So I guess I'll just start talking. So last night I had a pretty good night. As far as like I didn't lose. So any night you don't lose is a good night. I had some chances at some big money, but I didn't. I wasn't able to get there. My Reddick pick didn't really pan out. I mean, he scored points, but not as many as I was hoping, and it came late. Also, my Rose pick was good. He went above what I think people thought he would do, but not enough. He kind of was. He did nothing in the third quarter, so that was a little unfortunate. But everybody else that I gave out, I thought performed pretty well. So I'd love to do like testimonials. Anyone that what was that? A Tilly? Oh, wait a minute. There's a girl here. Girl alert. Um okay, so to me today the people that I love Kevin Love. I love Kevin Love. Thad Young as opposed to Dirk. I don't like Dirk. I'd rather have Thad. So tonight, let me bring up my lineups. I'm very high on Cannon, as always. The Cannonball. Love Cannon. I like Wesley Matthews going back revenge game. Revenge game! A little bit of revenge. I love that. My absolute favorite play of the day is Kevin Love. Love Kevin Love. At center, the people that I'm vacillating, I believe, is what we decided was the term. Getting YouTube stuff here. Who are the landmines to avoid in the LA Sixers game? Clarkson, Cannon, and Covington are all partner. I would avoid everyone that wasn't them. Kobe could be a super sneaky play. And I'm actually, believe it or not, guys, I'm fading Cannon tonight. I mean, not Cannon, Covington. I'm not fading Cannon. I love Cannon. But I'm fading Covington tonight, and here's why. I think Wesley Matthews in the revenge game can do comparable to Covington. Okay, but also, in addition to that, because I'm looking at it as tiers. I'm not necessarily looking at positions. But also, I just feel like, for whatever reason, the Covington's going to be so high owned tonight that, I mean, I don't have him in any lineups, guys, which could be the mistake of the century. But Covington, oh man, I, a lot of this revolves around Damian Lillard not playing tonight. If Damian Lillard doesn't play tonight, and I'm hoping that he doesn't, guys like Farouk Amino, who just jack up threes, who I think will have to answer. Once again, it's about a game script. So I like Wesley Matthews to huck up a bunch of threes, try to stick it to his old team, and they need a three-point shooter on the other side of the ball to answer that or get involved, which for me is Amino. And if Lillard doesn't go, Amino's going to get more shots, and CJ McCollum becomes more valuable if Lillard doesn't go. So I've got a lot of exposure, and then what that allows me to do to McCollum and Aminu, what that allows me to do by paying down to Alex Len, who's starting, is get Anthony Davis in my lineups, who's got a bad matchup and nobody's on, but he's Anthony Davis. So I've pretty much sold out on Cannon. I've pretty much sold out on Matthews. I've sold out on Love. I've sold out on Len. The pivot that I would do at center, if not Len, I do think if you don't like Kevin Love or you don't like LeBron, because I have some LeBron, but I put like 50% exposure to LeBron, you could come in with Timothy Mozgov because Washington's just so bad against down low, against the bigs down low. And they got so many friggin' injuries on that team that Humphreys is creeping back into my mind again, but they did that weird thing with Dudley because they need Humphreys to be able to play second team minutes because then there's no big men. So if Gortat's playing first team minutes, then they need someone to play second team big man minutes. Otherwise, who the hell are their big men? So I don't really like Beal tonight, but that's only because if he starts to get hot, I think at some point LeBron James will start covering him. So I've got some exposure to Wall. I've got some John Wall exposure. He's just a little too cheap. So, and if Nerlens Noel doesn't go, Jeremy Grant is another one that I like. So this is why I'm leaning towards fading Covington. Even though the Lakers are terrible. But I like what I can do with my lineups if I fade Covington. So high on Cannon, high on Matthews, high on Love, high on Len. If Lillard doesn't go, high on McCollum, high on Aminu. And then it's like, little dustings of players. I've got Levine in a couple lineups. I've got Wall in a couple lineups. I've got LeBron in a couple lineups. I got Anthony Davis in lineups. I got TJ Warren in a lineup. So, but it's pretty much that group of people. So now let's get into your, 23 people this quickly. Perfect. Well, if Rubio's back, so hold on, let me go back to the top of this. So, Dirk or Thad, what's your thoughts on Hollis Jefferson tonight? I've been getting away from him, but I like him. Thoughts on Covington and Dirk? I don't like either. I don't like Dirk. I do like Covington, but I think I can get the same production out of Aminu or Grant if, and that's if, Nerlens Noel doesn't go. So I'm going to bring up Basketball Monster so that I have. You guys can fire in your questions on Twitter if you want. Boom, boom. Let me go to Basketball Monster. Yeah, I'm not going to be seeing anything on Facebook, guys. So if you put questions there, they're just not going to get seen. So Twitter or the chat here. Rubio's still questionable. God, man, there's so many things. Like that Lillard news is gonna really shake some shit up. Any Levine love? Yes, I do have love for Levine, but Brooke Lopez. I like Lopez. I'm just choosing to pay down. He is going to be facing Alex Len, so I think that's a weaker matchup for him, obviously, than if he was having to deal with Chandler. So if you want to pay up at center, that's where I go. My expensive center, if I was choosing to go expensive center, would be, Nerlens Noel is playing Tuesday against the Lakers. Great. So now you guys are going to watch me shift a bunch of lineup stuff around because that really changes a lot of things for me. Shit. All right, I'll try to answer some of your questions. And Chris looks like okay. Yep. How about Joe Johnson, a fast-paced camp? I like Joe Johnson. That may be a pivot now as a result of what's going on. I got to start. I'm just gonna kind of talk out loud as I do stuff with these lineups. So I've got to lose everywhere where I have Jeremy Grant. And maybe I didn't have him in as many places as I thought. Well, I guess I didn't. So Jeremy Grant comes out of this lineup. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to build these on the fly. And I cannot afford Joe Johnson with what I'm currently doing. All right, so guys, you tell me, what do you think? Is Rubio going to go tonight? Based on what you guys are reading, I'm polling you guys now. So based on what you guys are reading and what you guys are seeing, yes, Chip. It was well. I got here 5:01. I said it's not 20 minutes late. It was a minute late. Um, what are your top stats to look at on Basketball Monster? I'm just really looking for people that put up a lot of shots and get. I mean, it's rocket science. It's peripherals, shots, shot attempts, usage, blah 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 blah. But what I'm really looking for is just the injuries. I use it pretty much primarily for injuries. I want to know who's injured, and I want to know how they are, how where the shots are going to get shuffled to as a result of like somebody being out. Always target teams where someone is injured and they have to, mix up the lineup. I've kind of at the beginning of the day I was stacking the Philly side of the Philly Lakers game and then both sides of the Washington game, and then just picking and choosing from that Portland Dallas game. As a 3 o'clock, he said Rubio should play. Okay, so I have to lose. I have to lose. I got to lose Levine. Yeah, they are. They're good with injury news. So by losing Levine, now maybe I get to Covington in one lineup. Okay, Covington's in this lineup now. So I no longer have a complete fade on Covington, but I might. What does Nerlens Noel cost? If he's going to play, they're so bad against bigs, and no one's going to play him. So Nerlens Noel is going to make it into one of my lineups now. Nerlens Noel and TJ Warren. Why the hell not? Except that I hate what I'm doing. But got to be done. Late news. Late news. I hate that lineup. I absolutely hate that lineup. I hate everything. I'm looking at it and I'm just hating it. More and more. All right, I'm going to have to get some Covington exposure. I don't feel like there's any way around it. Actually, I'm not going to put Nerlens Noel in my freaking lineup. Yes, I am. I don't know what to do now. So what other questions do we got? Sorry. Any love for Warren again? Yep. Have Warren love. Sorry, that was Monday at 3 o'clock, not today. So what are you doing to me? Is he playing or is he not playing? I'm changing lineups here based on what you guys are saying. God. Everything's falling apart. Let's read about Rubio. Yeah, it still says he should play Tuesday. So I have to believe that he'll go. So yes, I like, for the people that are just joining us that maybe weren't here before, because not a lot of questions are being fired in right now, so I guess gotta talk. I'm going cheap at center with Len. I'm high on Cannon. I'm high on Matthews. I'm high on Love. Those are the guys that I absolutely love. And then Len, because he's cheap. And then it's sprinkles of, well, I guess I'm pretty high on Davis because I've got him in a couple lineups because he's the highest dollar player on the board. He's got the most upside of any player on the board, other than maybe LeBron or Love. But if Davis gets going, he can tear some shit up. Oh, I gotta lose Levine here. Mm, 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 mm. See if we got any questions coming in. Lou Williams, how about Bledsoe? I do. I like Bledsoe a lot. I don't know a lot about Andrew Nicholson, and that is no. I have LeBron in two lineups. Andrew Nicholson is someone that came out of nowhere and was not on my radar really at all, and then he went crazy. I don't play any cash games. I don't. And now that I do this, I definitely won't be playing any cash games. I can't be like I like so and so, I like so and so, I like so and so, and then take $1,000 cash games. Yes, I have love for Warm. Score Mobile is now reporting Tyson will suit up. You're fucking with me, Corey. Are you serious? Is that real life? Because if it is, it's still saying he's out. Like a lot of these moves that I made are contingent on Len starting. If Len doesn't start, I'm gonna have to just get off, cancel this podcast for the day, and get in and revamp everything because then everything is gonna be different. Him being $3,200 is the thing that gives me the ability to be able to do all these other things that I want to do. And so if I can't play him, it's done. I may start just pulling entries, pulling. Tilatovic revenge game is your sleeper punt. I mean, sure, good. I like Vucevic and at center, high price center, Vucevic and other guy who's right there with him, Okafor. Okafor. But that'll take me if Chandler goes in, that's gonna take me off of TJ Warren. Dang instead of Len since Lure share time. I try not to. That's Michelle asking a question. I think Dang's a possibility, but I don't ever go to him. He just doesn't. He's one of those off the radar guys that you never think about until he drops 34, and then you go, oh, shit, forgot about him. But I guess he might be. He would be if Len doesn't go, then I've got to come up to somebody, and I just as soon have Dang. So if Len doesn't start, then the Dang pick, courtesy of Michelle. Oladipo. I like Oladipo, but I'm not starting him. So if I've got this right, you pick your players by tier, not position. Yeah, I pick from tiers, and I just start populating from the tier, and I'll let my salaries go negative if I have to, which usually I do, because usually you're picking like the top one guy that you like, and then as I realize where it is now, I'm negative, say $5,000. Then I go and I look where it is I have to save, and then I start looking at position. I go, okay, well I can't have this guy at this position, so what's the next tier, and so on and so forth. But I do it by tier, not by position. Not sure if this means he'll play. I just wanted to let you know because you're so high on Len. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Corey. You've ruined my day potentially. But I thank you. If the information is accurate, I thank you. I assume since you like Bledsoe, you don't like Knight. I like them both, but you got to pick one, and I would much rather not be in a position. Sometimes I make my lineup based on the fact that I don't want to make a decision. So it's like I can't decide between Bledsoe, I can't decide between Knight. So you know what? Screw them both. I'm gonna go to somebody else completely. If I had to pick between them, I'd take Bledsoe. But Brandon Knight is just so dangerous, guys. He's so dangerous. But that Brooklyn game, see, I start letting things like over-unders and stuff. Because that Brooklyn game is the highest game on the board. 207 and a half. Oof. Followed by the Washington game. So they're going to huck up some threes in that game. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be as high on Anthony Davis. He should be more like a Fleer. Because if I toss Anthony Davis, then I can get more things going in my lineup that I like by getting rid of him and getting rid of TJ Warren. Teletovic. I just don't think he gets enough consideration, even in a revenge game, to warrant a start. Okay, so Minu, you're back in. Nerlens, you're coming out. No one needs you. That's one of those things where like the guy wasn't supposed to go, and then he goes and he has a great game, and now I can almost guarantee he's going to have a great game. All right, questions, queries. Morse might can get you 35, you think? Is that Markieff Morse? Because I don't think so. I don't think Markieff Morris can get it done. You didn't butcher those names, Michelle. Dang, Len, Lore. Isn't that how those are all spelled? They look right to me. I feel like Brooke is going to dominate Len tonight. He should. He absolutely should. But then by putting in the highest price center of the night, then where do you go everywhere else? Becomes the question. If you're spending your salary there, like then what do you do? Because if let's say I were to take him, put him in, and then come off some of these other guys. Nerlens Noel coming off the bench. Ugh, what are they doing to me? What are they doing to me today? This Philly game is falling apart, guys. Oh, he's limited off the bench. Yes, you can start Dudley. Well, yes, it's when you look at someone's price and you go that Brooks is a steal at 7,400. Yeah, it's a low price for a high upside player, but it's also in comparison to the rest of the salaries that are out there for the evening. So when you look at all the salaries that are up there tonight, there's not too many high-priced guys. Because you're going, well, Brook Lopez is 7,400. That's a steal. But these are the people he's competing with. Would you rather have Brook Lopez or John Wall? Would you rather have Brook Lopez or pay up a little more and get Bledsoe? Would you rather have Brook Lopez and pay down at center and have LeBron? Would you rather have Brook Lopez or would you rather have... Who else? I mean, all these people are in my lineup. I got to clear them. Hold on. Would you rather have Brook Lopez or would you rather have Brandon Knight? I know they're not the exact same price, but once you're dancing around, would you rather have Brook Lopez or would you rather have Kevin Love for an extra 13? Because once you try to get them both, now you're in trouble. I've got core for AD, Braun, Okafor, and Cannon thoughts. AD, Braun, Okafor, and Cannon. I like it. This Nerlens Noel news bothers me because he's coming off the bench and his numbers, he's going to be limited. I like it. I'm not going to be wishy-washy on you. I like it. I didn't think of taking LeBron at all. I'm on the love boat. Should probably throw one in. Yeah, I'd put one in. Like, if you can do three, I would do one with Love, one with LeBron, and Love. As a matter of fact, I would do just two. One with LeBron and one with LeBron and Love. But have Love in everything. I think Love is a slam dunk tonight. And because you left the message. I love this. Anybody know what that's from? What that audio clip is from? Anyone? So yeah, guys, I feel like my lineups are coming a little unglued now. Definitely don't want Nerlens Noel. Definitely don't want him. Now that he's coming off the bench. Questions, guys? Looks like none. Like I said, this is very interactive. So if you guys don't have questions for me, then I don't really have anything to say. Especially since I have lineups to retool here as a result of all this craziness that's going down. Oh, Covington. I think I gotta fade you, Covington. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I think it's gotta be Amino. It's gotta be Amino. And you know what, Michelle? I just got Dang in a lineup. That's what's happening now. Could make my lineup incredibly terrible, but it's happening. And if I win with that lineup, I'll send you a little something. Because he was not on my radar prior to you saying that. So now that you've said that, if I win something big, maybe I'll kick you a little sign. Because I like to give back to the community. Oh, God. Actually, no, I'm lying. I can't put him in, Michelle. I take that all back. I can't do it. If that's the kiss of death, that's the kiss of death. You're going down with me? Yeah, it's rough. D'Angelo Russell, don't like him tonight. Bad idea to play Wes Matthews and Deron Williams together. Yes, don't like it. How long do you take researching and putting lineups together genuinely? I mean, usually I'll wake up around 2 in the afternoon, bright and early, and I'll start looking at stuff then, just look at the injury news and start looking at the slate and everything. And I usually don't really get into it until, I don't know, 2 hours before game time, depending on the size of the slate. If it's an 11 or 12 game slate, I'll probably start like at noon and start looking at stuff. If it's a 5 to 8 game slate, like it is like tonight, 8 game slate, 9 game slate, whatever it is tonight, like 2.5 hours before, I'll really sit down and start building the lineups. Uh, but now that I'm doing this, I start looking at it like real early. Like I'll wake up at noon and I'll look at it all the way until 4. I'll have a conversation with one of my friends who knows a lot about basketball, and we'll chat it up about what it is that we think. That way, I have information for you guys at 5. Last night, Green wasn't good. Do you ever have one guy in every lineup? I routinely have sometimes 3 guys in every lineup. It all depends on how well I had Green everywhere last night, and he wasn't terrible considering the fact that he's so cheap, but he didn't give you all that upside that you want to get from him. But I had Green everywhere last night. I had Derrick Rose everywhere last night. So, and I think I had Redick in 3 out of 4. So Love and LeBron together is a good idea. I'm doing it, but I'm only doing it in 50% of my lineups. I feel like you have to choose one, and my choice is Love. But I do have LeBron and Love in lineups together. Thoughts on Marc Gasol? Marc Gasol is a very good defender, so I like the idea of him hurting Anthony Davis's value, but Anthony Davis can do whatever he wants whenever he wants, if he wants to and if he can. So, as an offensive player, I don't really like him. I'd rather pay down further. If you want to spend up that much, I'd rather pay down to Vooch or Okafor. I don't like Gasol. I'm looking at it here, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Gasol. Not a fan of Gasol. Why do I know that John Wall is going to pound me? Every time I start John Wall, he takes out his member. Let's keep it as clean as we can, and then he just and I don't want it there. I don't want it. I don't want it anywhere. But I don't. want it there. Yes, McCollum is a lock if Lillard is out, and I'm hoping to God that Lillard is out because I really, really want to play McCollum in as many places as possible. He was like my go-to, love him, gotta have him, can't wait to start him guy. But this Lillard news, and it's gonna come so late, guys, because of the time that the game starts. It's the last game. It's really, really unfortunate that that's what's happening. And discrepancy in prices is a problem for me here too, because there's so many. Like the shift, like if I've got $8,400 left, and so I can get Thad Young at 71, can't get LeBron at 97. That jump is so huge, and I don't want to leave money on the bench. How about Mark Barnes tonight? Been killing value lately. Matt Barnes is a good pick. I just don't. I haven't been playing. But yes, he's been 37, 19, 29, 31. But he put up 37 against Philly. So let's just think about it, though. He put 37 up against Philly. He put 29 up against Houston. They suck. Dallas, their defense is nah. San Antonio held him to 20. OKC, although he didn't play very many minutes. I don't know. New Orleans is a team. I mean, they're not great, but they're not the worst ever. Not everyone, runs over them. It all depends on Anthony Davis. If you think Anthony Davis is going to have a crap game, then yes, then I like Barnes. But if you think Anthony Davis is going to go off, then I feel like they're going to have to shift the offense through their more reliable scores. Guys, I got to put a different shirt on because this is crazy. I'll be back in a sec. Oh man. Woo wee, boys. I'm still here. But it is hot, hot, hot. All right. I'm coming back, boys. People are, if anyone's signing on right now, they're like, where the hell did he go? All right, I'm here. Jesus. Who the hell turned the heat on? It is so hot. Whew. Another little spritz. Oh, yeah. Keep it nice and cool. Oh, yeah. Whew. That's nice. Cannon, Covington, Sampson, Grant. Oh, are you kidding me? Jeremy Grant is back in the. Oh. Michelle, what are you doing to me? I just got the news, too. I re-like Grant again, but I don't feel as warm and fuzzy about it. I got a lot of work to do once I get off here, guys. The people that I still like, even with all this other news, is Cannon, Matthews, Love, and McCollum. But Aminu and McCollum only if Lillard doesn't go, which we're not going to know. But truth be told, he comes out, feels crappy. I'm gonna. I hate to use the word gam. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna take a chance on rostering those guys and hoping to God that Lillard doesn't go. McCollum still has value even if Lillard does go, and so does Aminu. But I feel like they have ultimate upside and they're like elite guys if he doesn't go. If Rubio plays off Levine, yep, yes I am. The off Levine if Rubio goes. So fire in some more questions, guys, because I think this is going to be a short one because this is not a cut and dry thing now anymore for me. It's being so fluid and everything is so just going nuts. Could be limited if he plays, to be honest. Yeah, but I just. But what if he's not? No. Um. So I'm gonna give you guys like another 5 minutes or whatever, and then I'm gonna get off of this particular live stream just because I've got to retool some things, and then I'll post what it is I like on the go follow. I'd rather have Clarkson than Russell. I don't like either of them, but I'd rather have Clarkson. Go follow at DFS is fun on Twitter, and I'll update the players that I like the best and whoever my sleeper is. Do I have to tune in to get fave cash cheap? Yes. You well, I can't. You're asking me if you need to tune in, and I'm saying yes, implying that you haven't tuned in, and I need to answer you on here. So it's the easiest way. More questions. I now have 50 followers. Woo! DFS is fun. Mama, I made it. I'm on TV. Oh shit. You watch this thing on your television over your fireplace. Oh my god, that's a retweet. Man, I'm like a fixture of your home. This face is being blown up to 60 some odd inches. You're very lucky. Talking to this guy. He's got a fire going. Go check out this picture on I gotta on the Twitters. There I am. That's me in front of the fire. I like it, man. Thank you. I've been on TV before. I was on an episode of Tosh.0. One of the clips, like at the end, I got a little bit of screen time. I wasn't like on the show, like on the show. Is there a situation you would have either Matthews or McCollum in and put McCollum in if Lillard out, or don't you do lineups like that? Where you hold on. Is there any situation you would have either Matthews or McCollum in and put McCollum in if Lillard was out, or don't you do lineups like that? I'm not really understanding that the wording of that. Are you saying like put one in and then have one without him, and then I stagger my lineups? Yes. And you're saying like because they're. I don't really understand that question, buddy. Sorry. Mike Connolly thoughts. I just never really start Connolly. It's just me. Thoughts on Randall as a low owned pick? I think he will be, and for good reason. I don't like him since it's the same game. Oh, you mean okay? So you're saying like putting somebody in and leaving myself some salary to make that swap in the event that yes, yes, that is something I can do. But I want to play them both. I don't want to play one or the other. I want to play them both. In an event where I don't care which one. TJ Warren tonight and who at point guard is worth paying for? I don't think anybody. I'm doing some rando as well if that changes your mind on him. Michelle, you're always trying to mess me up. It's like it's just like I feel like I am dating you. It's just like a woman to come into my fantasy day and just ruin everything. No, you're fine. You actually have really good insight. I like that. Felton, a nice sleeper again, getting a lot of minutes and covering value with Barrera. Yes, I like Felton, but he's a second teamer. So if for some reason he shifts into the starting lineup, then yeah. Who are the landmines? Yeah, everyone's a landmine in the LA Sixers game except for Clarkson, Cannon, and Covington. I have to put Jeremy Grant back in. Oh god. All right. So it looks like once again, just to wrap this up, now that everything's changing, I wish I could do this closer to game time, but I got to leave myself time to do because unless I'm getting paid to do this, my only source of income is is making these lineups and making them well. It's not like I can be like, well, I made $200 today from the subscriptions to my podcast, so like, I don't have to even. I won't play today. I'll play less, or I'll. No, this is it. So just to wrap it up, Cannon still a go. Matthews still a go. Kevin Love a super go. And then I'm still on Len, Alex Len as of right now. And then McCollum, pretty much regardless, but he might get shifted out of my lineup if Lillard goes. But if he doesn't, then I like McCollum and Aminu. And that's pretty much all I can say definitively. If you want to take a chance on Davis, you can. I think he'll be low owned tonight as a result of that big red one next to his name, but he can do whatever he wants whenever he wants. And Michelle keeps saying dang. You really want me to put dang in? You really want me to put dang in? Maybe I'll put dang in for you. Maybe. 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 Rubio plays, LOL, I'm having trouble buying into anyone above Clarkson. Don't want to come off my ad love Braun Land. Then you're going to have to find a place to go, Ben. Because I really don't want to get... I mean, I would come off of Braun. If I had to come off anyone, I would come off of Braun. Because no, not your money. What do you mean? Rubio, I don't like him. I'll waste mine. It's a lot... Oh, yeah, she's saying don't waste my money. I mean, I'm telling you, you are twisting my whole head up. It's like, should I do it? Should I not do it? She's gonna do it. Should I do it? I don't like Wiggins. I don't like Wiggins tonight. I think he's gonna have too much of a time being defended by, I forget now off the top of my head, but he's got a tough matchup. I believe, unless I'm not paying as close attention as I should. Because I remember looking at him and going, Oladipo is probably, yeah, and Oladipo's a great defender. No, I don't like Wiggins. All right, guys. Well, it looks like I'm gonna wrap it up here because I've got some lineup stuff to do. Michelle, you've officially made my day incredibly difficult when it comes to. I felt very confident about what it is I wanted to do, and now you've come along and you've just really messed me up. By the way, does anyone know where that clip comes from? We'll do the same thing yesterday. We'll do a giveaway. That's the last thing I'll do. If you know where this clip comes from, first person to write it down, you send me your PayPal, you inbox it to me on Facebook, and then I'll send you $20. We're going to start the clock. Any Beal? No, because I think that eventually LeBron James will be on him. So who knows what that clip's from? What movie? $20 giveaway. Cash money, as long as you have a PayPal address that I can send it to. Cash money. I'm going to give you guys another minute, and then no one wins. Anyone? Anyone? It's too distorted? Is that why no one can get it? No, we're closing the contest. The contest is closed. Unless I see an answer come up in the next 2 seconds. 1, 2, and there's a delay, so I guess I'll give it like 10 seconds. 3, 4, 5. No takers. No takers. It's not. It can't be that distorted. It's just going girl, girl, girl. It is from the movie. No, it's not from Predator. And I meant inbox. I meant write it here. And then nope, super bad. You got there, but it's too late. I already pulled it, Jeremy. Jeremy won yesterday. I already pulled it though. It is. It's Inside Out. It's the movie Inside Out. But unfortunately, I'd already closed the contest, so you got to get there a little bit quicker. But yes, it is from Inside Out, which is actually a pretty funny little kids movie for what it's worth. All right, guys. So no giveaway prize today. 'Cause I can't give you guys forever to get it. Sorry, Yoshimoto. But you won one yesterday. You won $20 yesterday. I sent him 20. You answered the question. Yeah, you have 3 kids, Ben. 3 kids. You couldn't get girl, girl, girl. So, anyways, all right, guys. I'm gonna jump. Unless there's like, if you guys want to fire in 2 more questions, I gotta go redo these lineups, and then, LOL. You always cheat, Yoshimoto. I'm not gonna be able to allow you to win anymore. You always just go to the internet and just type in girl, 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 and then it's not fair. So, yep. All right, Michelle. Good luck to you too, and I'll see you guys on the gridiron, I guess. Unless there's another question. Looks like no. All right. Later, guys. Thanks for joining in. Like I said, follow me at DFS is fun on Twitter, and I'll put up what my end ideas were. Walla or Ish Smith, Tobias Harris or Aminu. Aminu, if Lillard doesn't go, and Walla. Is that John Wall? I kind of like Wall tonight, a little bit. I've got some exposure to him. If that's John Wall or Ish Smith, I like John Wall. If that's another player or Ish Smith, because I don't know who that player is. Yeah, I like Wall. I like Wall better than Ish. So, anyways, that's the show, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow at 5. And you really like Amino. He's 6K on DK. Yeah, and I think he's worth it. I mean, this is what I do. Look at all the 3-pointers that he's tried to take and the 3-pointers that he's not made. So the reason I like Aminu tonight, especially if dude is out, Lillard, is because Aminu, his last couple of games. All right, so he launched 7 3-pointers the other night, made none of them. 3 3-pointers, made none of them. Then he went 1 for 3. Then he went 1 for 2. 2 for 6, 2 for 8, 3 for 5. Like, he hasn't been making his shots. 3 for 15 from the field. 2 for 6, 1 for 9, 3 for 8. So if he's forced to take more shots as a result of the fact that Lillard's not there, and just he shoots a little high. I mean, he's shooting under 50%, like well under in some cases. So if he can shoot 45%, just for one night, just has to do it tonight, then he should reach 6 times value. But we'll see. So I like Amino. All right, guys. Later. Thanks for watching.